Look around and see who's with you this morning in this sea of divinity. And just kind of nod at each other and bow to the glory of God that's blazing within all of us. And begin to take on the timbre and the tenor that you are significant in the mind of the infinite. That you're not a throwback, you're not an accident, you're not a misbegotten thought of the Spirit. That you are on purpose or with a purpose. And regardless of any extraneous thought forms that may have seized your attention up to this moment that would say that you're less than magnificent, less than an emanation of excellence or beauty or love, intelligence, those thought forms are now being transmuted into the nothingness from which they have come, that we can say, never again will we put ourselves down. Never again will we look in the mirror of someone else's perception of ourselves and take that on. Never again will we live by what other people are thinking about us. We will only live by what love, infinite love, intelligence is thinking about us. That we're taking on that frequency and that vibration. So look to a neighbor and take a holy vow. Look at that neighbor and say, I see you. I see who you really are. An emanation of love, intelligence, and beauty. And that's all that I see. Come forth. Set those qualities free. That we can make a mighty difference on this planet and change the world for the better. I vow to be about this together in the here and now. And so it is. Amen. Touch and agree. That's a high five, that's a handshake, that's a hug, that's a glance. Agreement doesn't mean you agree philosophically about anything. It means that you're in vibrational agreement about what you have just said. So we're taking on to that frequency and that vibration. I got to keep checking what the theme is. I've been away. All from nothing. That's all that you need. That is the theme of the month. All from nothing. That's all that you need. Let's first give a complete loving gesture towards Marianne Williamson, who was here with us. Let's embrace Panache Desai, who is here with us. Let's embrace Reverend Julie Moret and Leon Campbell for handling the Way of Meditation services. And let us embrace the idea that this spiritual center is not about me. The spiritual center is about the ageless wisdom teachings that anyone who comes up here on this platform, being our own ministers here in the congregation or those that I invite, are going to bring forth a great version of the ageless teaching for us to embody and assimilate and to live it. Agape is a birthplace for the beloved community. And so I welcome you in that spirit. All from nothing, it's all that we need, is our theme. Meaning, of course, that infinite love intelligence. I want to say that. Infinite love intelligence is the name and the nature of the presence of God. It is infinite, no beginning and no ending. It is love, the total givingness of itself without any sense of withhold. And it is intelligence, not just intellect. It is intelligence itself. So infinite love intelligence birthed out of itself. The cosmos, galaxies, solar system, multidimensional parallel universes, living biology, all of nature came out of infinite love intelligence from not even one grain of sand, out of no thing at all, but a divine idea that is full to overflowing with energy and information. Out of nothing at all came all of that which you can see in the phenomenal world. All came from no thing. And you are an individualized expression of infinite love intelligence, which means as the universe individualized itself as you as an individual are universalizing your life and have the same capacity to bring forth out of no thing at all everything that you need. Out of nothing. That's all that you need. What does need mean? Oftentimes we think need is something that we have to get from outside of ourselves, and we develop a kind of a virus of neediness in which you walk through the world in need. We walk through the world not having. We walk through the world bereft of the beauty and the love, the intelligence, the power that is resident within our own being. Metaphysically, need simply means the activation of that which is already within you. Within the apple seed, there are orchards. Within the avocado seed, there are orchards of wonderful avocado trees. Thanks God, because I love avocados. I can rest on the tabbouleh for a moment. Just for a moment. But that idea is loaded and coded within the seed, loaded and coded within you, is the field of infinitude, of infinite possibilities according to your uniqueness. And so out of nothing at all, we have everything that we need. And so we are to walk in this world always beginning with I am and I have. I am and I have. I am and I have. So we do not create resistance to the manifestation of the activation of that which is already within us. This is why metaphysically you'll hear affirmations. I am. I'm available to more good than I've ever imagined. I am an instrument of harmonizing prosperity. I am divinely whole, and a sense of well-being cascades through me, because we are developing the capacity to hold the frequency of the need being activated. All that you need is a perfect spiritual idea if you will but capture in your own heart and soul the idea that the presence of God of love, intelligence, has for you, not the ideas and thought forms that other people have about you. You're through with that. You're through with living your life based on what other people are thinking about you. Through today. Say, I'm through today. I'm through with it. So from this moment on, you are giving yourself a vow that you will consider yourself from the vantage point of what infinite love intelligence is thinking, so that you can begin to see the filament of information that's within you. You are an optic nerve. Your body is an optic nerve. When the eye is single, the body is full of light. When you're paying attention to what infinite love intelligence is saying about you, there you become congruent with the idea that you are, and then manifestation occurs according to your unique pattern. And you're not running around trying to get anything from the world or other people or things of that particular nature. No, you're not wasting your time anymore. You're starting with the awareness that you have everything that you need, because you have a spiritual idea, a no thing, that then articulates itself through divine and compelling right action, right speech, right behavior, all of that. Why? You have spiritual posture. Your posture is erect. You're walking with a level of dignity, level of excellence about what you are. You don't bow or stoop or pretend that you're not enough anymore. No, those days are over. Say, those days are over. I'm not walking like that anymore. So that you stand in that wonderful awareness. And so as we hear all from nothing, that's all that I need. And you are universalizing your individual life. You hear the first question of the day is, what do I need? Nothing. 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 You need nothing. You have everything. Now, this can't just be a simple affirmation. Ultimately, through the depth of your meditation, the depth of your prayer, the depth of your life visioning, the depth of your high and holy conversations, so that your conversations carry possibility and vision and things of that particular nature, something begins to happen in you. There's an activation of the idea. There's an embodiment of the idea. You feel the idea. And even before there's even visible manifestation of the idea, you're already walking in that awareness even before it shows up. You're walking in that dynamic of harmony and wholeness and wellness and wealth and well-being even before there's any visible evidence of it. That is the faith walk. That's the conviction walk. That's the dynamic knowing walk. That's where you are to live, you see? And then you hear the theme or the topic of the day, which is from the eternal to the everlasting. They're not the same, eternal and everlasting. They don't mean the same thing. The eternal is spiritual. The eternal is forever. You are an eternal being. You've never suffered death. You'll never suffer a birth, though you may have incarnations. Who you are as a spirit, capital S, who you are as a spirit is eternal and forever. You are an eternal being, forever and ever radiating the infinite potential that was within you, that you are becoming a cosmic spiritual artist with the soul painting pictures of beauty and love and harmony and that which is everlasting wherever it is that you walk, you see. In the same way that we had the privilege of walking through the land of Kemet, and we saw the great pyramid, and throughout the course of the month we'll get in more and more and more into the inner arcane, the inner mysteries of some of the things that we saw. But the pyramid is everlasting. It's built from the consciousness of the eternal, the way it was put together, the way it's placed, all of that. It's a download of the spiritual to the everlasting. Matter of fact, Paul put up, there's a picture right there. To the left, there's a guy that's spiritual and eternal. And to the right, there's the great pyramid that is everlasting. Civilizations have risen and fallen, and the pyramid is still there. Presidents have come and gone, the pyramid is still there. Pyramid is everlasting. It came from a spiritual idea, you see. And so, as a spiritual being, you are coming to an understanding that you are here to create something that is everlasting in vibration and or in form. So you have to wake up every single day and you have to say to yourself, in substance, what do I need? I need nothing. I have everything. So that you're walking in the world as a lawful expression of infinite potential. So the sacred law wraps itself around your particular vibratory feeling tone that you already have what you need. So that vibratory feeling tone shows up as opportunities, possibilities. It shows up as a wisdom, guidance, and direction. It shows up as the ancestor speaking through you. It shows up as everything that you need to keep on walking, to reveal the everlasting through you as a soulful artist. And then you ask the question, or you know, what am I creating today? Now, this is a very important question, because if you wake up and say, what am I creating today? You've taken yourself off of the victim seat. Instead, you're stepping yourself up that you are a creator. Say it, I'm a creator. I am a divine creator. I am a creator. So once you establish yourself vibrationally, that is, as a creator, the victim consciousness dissolves within you, and you become a masterful artist, using whatever it is that comes into your atmosphere, into your sphere of living, as tools for the art that you are developing. And so you're not running around trying to grapple or scramble to get stuff. No, everything that comes into your life is a part of the tapestry, the paint. It's a part of everything that is necessary for you to reflect the beauty and the goodness and the love of your soul, so that magnificence ensues. Now, we saw this as we rolled through Abel's symbol, and we saw the temples of King Ramses and Queen Nefertari, and very, very, very powerful temples, and interestingly enough, they are now where they weren't originally. The original temples are where the dam is now. The government, the president moved them, And the world was aghast that they were going to move them without any considerations for the magnificent temples that were there. So the world came together in many countries and piece by piece began to move the temples into the places where it is now. They used their supercomputers. They used everything in order to try to perfectly replicate what the ancient Nubians, what the ancient magnificent Comedians put together. Interestingly enough, 2 times a year, the light would shine onto the third eye of King Ramses, twice a year. But after the wonderful scientists moved, they were off by a day. Interesting. Some people suspect they were off by a day so that the activation couldn't occur in the third eye because these temples are activated. Regardless, they could not reproduce what was done thousands of years ago with no technology at all. You see? They created something that is everlasting, and when you walk through these temples, there is a transmission, there's an activation. You can actually feel the thousands of years of prayers and the individuals that were there praying and submitting their soul to a higher calling of unfoldment, a higher calling of revelation. You could feel it in your bones when you were there. Matter of fact, why don't you show that? That's me and my grandson and my son and my brother looking at the temple right there. It's very powerful. Most people, when they turn the corner and see that, they break into tears because to make something like that now would be impossible. You know, the kind of devotion, the kind of commitment, the kind of love, the kind of vision, you know, our society is often into short-term gain rather than the evolution and embracing of the beauty and the love, you see. And so we have to ask ourselves, what are we creating? Say it, what am I creating? What am I creating? I am a creator. What am I creating? And so if you wake up in the morning and throughout the course of your day and say to yourself, what is it that I need? And then you hear, I don't need anything, I have everything. I need to activate the potential that's within me. And then you say, what am I creating? I am a creator. What am I creating? You step up in the vibration of frequency, and now you're able to hear wisdom and guidance, assisting you in your creative endeavor. You did not come here on the planet to just get short-term gains and to leave. You came to make a vibrational footprint. You came to make something everlasting vibrationally or in form, as an art form, whether it's your business, whether it's your friendships, whatever it is, it's an everlasting energy that you're seeking to express, you see. You are spiritual, eternal, bringing something that is everlasting. And the third question today is, what am I seeing? Now, this is very important. We had the opportunity to trek up Mount Sinai. Some took camels up to about 3/4 of the way and then walked to the top. Some walked all the way to the top of Mount Sinai. It was hot. How many over there went to Mount Sinai? Okay. Hot. So imagine this. We go up to the top of Mount Sinai, and we're up there. We're seeing the sunrise up at the top of Mount Sinai. I lead this meditation, this prayer, then Paula Newsom begins to sing. What's she saying? What's the name of the song? Yeah, Feeling Good. You remember that? You know that song? Somebody sing it. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. You understand? So Paula Newsom is singing that song, and we're in prayer. It's a powerful moment for the Agape community. And so then we have to come down. My knees are just now getting over the coming down part. But here's the deal. Then we saw the whale W-E-L-L, that Moses met Sarah at. And then we saw supposedly a remnant of the burning bush. It's been passed down and replanted, and I don't know if it is or not. Thousands of years. They did some good marketing around that piece there, but you could feel the sanctity of thousands and thousands of people for years going there and praying. And so I had to think about this, I thought about it over the years. It wasn't just an insight that I received there, that Moses had a good day. What do I mean by that? He saw the burning bush. He heard, take off thy shoes. The ground upon which you're standing is holy. I am that I am. Moses was having a good day. Why? Because the bush is always burning. There's never a moment where the luminosity of the Spirit isn't shining brightly everywhere. He had an altered state of consciousness. So actually, for all of us, the altered state of consciousness is when it's limited and we can't see the burning. Many people are in an altered state of consciousness. Time and experience and perception, hereditary patterns, societal norms, societal fantasies have limited our perception. So we can't see the burning light that's everywhere in us, through us. We only see our own limited perception and project it onto the world. Moses was having a good day. His altered state of consciousness was expanded, and he could see the bush burning. He could hear, I am that I am. He could hear the ground upon which he was standing was holy, because he was standing there, and God is there. Now, in my own life, I can remember early 70s, when I had my first, as an adult, spiritual awakening and came out from this death experience. And as I came out of it, everything was glowing. Even the lint in the rugs were on fire. Everything was glowing. It was so bright. And I could feel the love and the beauty all around me. My name for God at that time was Love Beauty, because I felt the love penetrating my soul. And the beauty was beyond description. I was having a good day. In the 90s, when I went to Africa and went out into the jungle with this African healer, this African shaman, and I won't go through the whole story, but a part of the story, he began to talk to a tree, and the tree began to talk back to him. Then he said, English, and the tree began to speak English. And I'm standing there in the middle of the jungle talking to a tree. And the tree is giving me prophecy about my life. And after that concluded, and I'm walking back through the jungle, pitch black at night, everything was glowing. The leaves on the tree were shimmering. The ground was light, luminous. And I said, oh my God, this is it. And I could see that way. I was having a good day. My limited perception had expanded, and I could see the way things really are. We're surrounded by a presence. That's what we say. It's part of a principle. You live, move, and have your beingness in the presence of God. Your life is an emanation of the presence of God. God is everywhere. God is omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. God is everywhere. But peace, love, joy, wisdom, and harmony is everywhere, except where it's being suppressed by limited perception. And so we have to ask the question, what am I seeing? What you're looking for, you're looking with. And oftentimes, when the virus of the mind is activated, you are looking for the negative. You're looking for what to be afraid of. You're looking for what other people are thinking about you. And then what do? You create that as an experience. Metaphysically, we know that whatever it is you look for, you end up creating. On the quantum level, you know that there's a wave and particle, and whatever you're looking for, you particleize the wave into what you're looking for. And oftentimes your attention has been hijacked by the world, so you end up particleizing or creating the very thing you don't want. Sometimes malicious hypnotism takes over your mind, and you end up seeing the very things you don't want to see because your mind has been hijacked by malicious hypnotism. And malicious hypnotism is called gossip. Malicious hypnotism is sometimes what the media does to you to keep you in fear. And so your mind gets hijacked, you see. I remember a number of years ago, I was teaching the class, and there was a young lady in the class, and she was telling me about this guy in the class that was giving her a hard time, bothering her, being kind of mean. And she didn't want to sit next to him because he was giving off this weird energy. And so I went into the class. I would observe the guy, and I started seeing what she was talking about. He was kind of persnippety and had an interesting dynamic. Then found out I was looking at the wrong guy. I began to see what I was looking for that wasn't even there. creating it and having an experience of it, and it was the wrong guy. How many times has somebody hijacked your attention and talked to you about somebody, you end up seeing that, and you never even had an experience with the person. But you were living the experience that somebody else was saying that may not have even been accurate. Don't let anyone hijack your mind about the world, about God, about other people. You look for the presence of God, and you'll help create it. You look for the presence of love. You look for the presence of joy. You end up being a magnificent metaphysician, a healer at the meta level that is looking for the light, the brilliance, the burning bush. Because if you could see each other the way they really are, not just your perception of who they are, not just your experience based on someone else's experience, then you would bow at the feet of everyone that you met, because all you would see would be light and luminosity and infinite potential, divine possibility. What am I seeing is the third question. First question is, what do I need? What am I creating? Everything out of nothing. What am I seeing? Now, if you walk with those questions, you'll understand to a degree the intensity of our journey, the intensity of the heat, the intensity of 60-something people walking together, praying together, hanging out together, getting on each other's nerves together, sleep deprivation, hummus again. But I will tell you, that hummus, it's good over there. And the willingness to come back over and over and over and over again, establishing intention for the walk. That was an intense journey of what we are journeying every single day. Every single day you have to wake up and you have to say, you know, in substance, what do I need? And you have to understand that the need is a spiritual idea within you in its incipiency, in its embryonic state, and you're here to activate it and express it. What am I creating? I come into the power posture of I'm a creator. Dignity, back is straight, good posture. I'm a creator. What happens? The universal law matches that frequency, and things shape shift for you to create an environment and an opening for you to create what you want to create. Everlasting from the eternal. You don't have to wait for anything to change to be a creator. You don't have to wait for anyone to believe in you. You don't have to wait for anybody else's authority for you to be an established man or woman in the presence of God, calling forth unto yourself the brilliance and the excellence and the peace of mind and the joy of being and the harmonizing prosperity and the sense of knowing that every single moment something wonderful is trying to happen in your life. You don't have to wait for anything. No external circumstance needs to change. What am I creating? What am I seeing? Am I seeing the figment of my imagination? Am I seeing something where my mind has been hijacked? Am I seeing malicious hypnotism that is dug deep into my awareness about something? What am I seeing? And then through prayer, not begging or beseeching a reluctant deity, but cleansing our own lens so that we have the burning bush experience. Oh, wow. Through prayer, through meditation, through life visioning, through high conversation, vision conversation, possibility conversation, until we become entrained with that. And anything less than that, it doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good. You come into alignment with excellence, and then everything else, that doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. Somebody comes up to you, tries to snatch your attention into something. No, you got the wrong one. No. You go pray until you get your mind and soul right, okay? And then You got the wrong one over here. You know, all you're doing is telling me about yourself, not about someone else. You see, you understand? Metaphysically and quantumly, you're only talking about yourself. Take a breath here. Release. Another breath. Release. Deep inhalation. Sustain it at the apex right there. And as you're sustaining that breath, take just a little bit more air in. And hear yourself ask those questions. What do I need? I have everything. I am a creator. Feel I am a creator. What am I seeing? What am I looking for? What you're looking for, you're looking with. What am I looking for? Release. Because the idea here is not to just have a whole lot of metaphysical information. That would make you spiritually constipated. You see, frustrated. And as Homer Johnson used to say, there's nothing more frustrated than a frustrated metaphysician. You see? No. We want to embody, know the truth, set ourselves free, and become divine creators of possibility. Changing the world for the better. The world is a collective agreements of what's so. We change it by changing the narrative of who we are and whose we are and how we see each other. So we literally fall in love with each other over and over again. Oh, God is good, I'm telling you. Look to your neighbor, please, any neighbor, and just say, I have everything that I need. And I'm going to set it free. I am a creator. And I'm creating magnificence. I'm creating beauty. I'm a creator of love and peace. I am a divine creator. As you look at that neighbor again, and be willing to see the beauty in that individual, be willing to see the love, be willing to see the joy, the wholeness, and the well-being, and then say to yourself, or say it out loud, I know what I'm seeing. I'm seeing real spiritual being. And that's all I'm willing to see. That's the way it is. And so it is. Give each other a little five there, just dap in that agreement. And be aware that right seeing does not throw away discernment. It does not throw away your intuitive powers when you need to know something. But you're able, as the reading indicated, you're able to discern something without human judgment. And just discern it and act appropriately. And then you're moved by the Spirit of God in a very powerful way without holding a lot of hang-ups in your mind, a lot of judgments about things. You're able to be moved by the Spirit. I think that might be about it today. I think that might be it. That might be it. I would like everyone to stand who can. Everyone who can, please stand. I will once again thank those who were with the sacred service Saturday and say that they were an emanation and ambassador of service. We're not here just to get high spiritual consciousness and not be of service. We're here to be of service, you see. I want to thank everyone who traveled through the land of Kemet and went through that kind of intensity. And as Bettina reminded us, she was squeezed and all that wasn't necessary within her began to dissolve so she can be the new self that she was longing to be. And I want to thank everyone here in this particular community for really going deep within their own soul. God, I feel good. And I want you to, somebody just scream about anything you've heard about today. Somebody shout about it. Clap your hands about it. Stomp your feet about it. Move your body. Woo! 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 It's beautiful, 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 beautiful. And as you're taking a stand now, as you're standing up, you're vibrationally taking a stand. Hands up. I have all that I need. I am a divine creator. I look for and see beauty. I look for and see possibility. I look for and see infinite potential. I look for and see abundance and prosperity. Divine health and well-being. Wholeness and spiritual power. All flowing through me right now. I rise in God. I rise in beauty. I rise in intelligence. This is my word. My word is bond. It flows and manifests right now. Now, when is this happening? When? It's happening right now. There's no past, no future. It's happening right now. Now. It's happening now. Woo. And so we start off this prayer standing up. We'll sit in just a second, but just vibrationally taking a stand for excellence. Keep our hands open for a moment as a sign of receptivity, humility, openness. Wherever we are in our spiritual path, always remember we're barely scratching the surface. Infinite is one of the names of the Spirit. So every insight, every revelation it occurs within us where, there's so much about us that is seeking to be revealed. And so in this sense of divine humility, we rise up in the spirit of gratitude and thanksgiving. The virus of the mind may snatch your attention from time to time, and you may wrap your mind around something that lowers your frequency, lowers your vibration. Don't do it. Don't do that. It's a high sign of self-abuse. Don't abuse yourself. No. Come with me into the land of gratitude. Come with me into the land of thanksgiving, the land of appreciation. Be grateful, be thankful in this moment. In this consciousness of gratitude, we begin to see. What am I seeing? We begin to see from an expanded space. I see the presence of God. I see infinite potential. I see it. And with this gift of sight, I feel so one with the presence that I'm able to say, I am what thou art, and thou art what I am. No distance whatsoever. And the word that is spoken is a law unto itself that only knows its own unfolding. It doesn't know about my opinion about it, my belief about it. Gravity doesn't care about your belief in it. It's just operating. Electromagnetism is not concerned about whether you can see it. It's operating. The presence of God is everywhere. We step into this awareness, and this word is now law. It's law. This frequency is a law unto each other right now. It only knows its own unfolding. I speak it with the authority of one knowing that all that there is God, and that everything that is a manifestation of the only thing that is. The word is spoken for each of us that we may be free today. The word is spoken that every organ, action, function of our body, temple, made every whit whole. The word is spoken that all of our needs are met. The word is spoken that we have a divine assist. And all things are working together for our good. The word is spoken. That divine health in every area of our life becomes self-evident. And that our life becomes a living evidence of what we're dedicated to. What we love shows up on our brow. What we're committed to shows up on our face. So we invite a little smile. We invite a little smile. We're dedicated to peace. We're dedicated to love. We're dedicated to intelligence. We're dedicated to the potency that is within us being activated. Right now. When? Right now. Oh, feel it in your your bones. Marianne, give him a little feeling tone now. In this moment, you may begin to be seated. I want you to close your eyes, open up your heart, open up your inner ear, open up your third eye. Just tap the third eye right here for a second. Tap the third eye. Close your eyes. We did this in one of the temples that was dedicated to the third eye. You just tap it, close your eyes, and you imagine that you can see through the third eye. It begins to activate the pineal gland. Just your imagination that you can see through it after you tap it. Now listen to this.
Ooh, we have everything. Yes. If the path is clear and there's nothing to fear, all I must do is walk. If the way is straight and I've a key to the gate, all I must do is walk. If I have all I need to sustain and to feed me, I'm carried each step of the way. Oh yes, and there's no need to wait. Oh no, to wonder or talk. All I have to do is walk. Yes. Hey, walk into that vision. Yes, so all I must do. If his arms are around me, catching my fall, all I need do is lean. Yes, and she's shining her light through my soul so bright. I can know what my life really means. Well, it's a moment of glory, yes, so sweet and divine. Heavenly secrets unlocked. Oh, yes, in strength I stand in the Master's hand, and all I must do is walk. Oh, yes. Take that step now. Yes, everything is laid out for us now. All I must do, trust in the Spirit. Yes, trust in God within. All I have to do is walk.
Walk, walk. Walk, walk. All you gotta do is walk.
All I gotta do is walk.
All you gotta do is walk.
Yes, just hold that vision.
Just hold that vision.
Yeah, and just take your step
And
now.
just take your step.
Yes, so all you gotta do is all you gotta do is walk. Yeah, walk.
You gotta walk.
Trust
You gotta
Spirit.
walk.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
walk has got to be with your
Take
talk.
your step.
You gotta walk that talk.
Walk that talk.
Walk it. Walk it.
Walk that. Yeah. The boots are made for walking. Yeah, I'm gonna bring
you gotta
forth
do.
the love, bring forth the vision.
All you got to do.
We just walk.
Is walk it. Walk it. Walk it. Walk it. Take the hand of the being next to you and say, I'm walking my talk. I'm not gonna balk.